All right, last game in the AFC. It is Chargers at Patriots, the only home fave in the AFC. And it's the Patriots by 3.5 only. Kind of a tight one. 45.5 points is the over-under. I had to put some notes or I guess stats to this Patriots team, though, because it is one of the truly craziest 14-3 seasons I've ever seen. Now, obviously, a double-digit difference from last year wins, but they had the easiest strength of schedule in 26 years in the NFL. That's like before the NFL has tried to do away with this, with how they've gone about scheduling. They faced two teams with winning records all season long. They beat one of them in the Buffalo Bills, and they lost to the Buffalo Bills also. So they really have only one win against a team with a winning record, and also lost to that same team. They played the Bengals without Joe Burrow. They played the Bucs without Bucky Irving and Mike Evans. They played the Ravens with Lamar going down mid-game. They played the Jets with Brady Cook. They played the Dolphins with Quinn Ewers. They played the Saints with Spencer Rattler. Like, this schedule that they had, if this was the college football playoff, they wouldn't be in. They would be out. Like, the committee would have said, go home. It truly, like, how easy a road they had it to get here is crazy. So when they face a team like the Chargers, it's like they're 14-3. Shouldn't they be? It's like, I still don't know how good this Patriots team is. I just don't.
So I think if I'm going to push back a little bit on the strength of schedule, I do think we have to adjust for the Patriots shouldn't be here. Like, the Patriots should not be a 14-win team. Like, this team has outperformed their schedule. Like, they had the easiest schedule because they won 4 games last season, and even this team still is not very complete. You know, you're still relying on Stephon Diggs to be your wide receiver one. This offensive line has started to gel lately, especially with Will Campbell coming back, but there's really not much outside of Drake May's drastic improvement that really is like you can point to and be like, that's why that team went to 13 wins instead of 4. I mean, Milton Williams, who I think is going to be the biggest X factor in this game, with him being healthy, I'm curious how the Chargers game plan against Milton Williams, because the Patriots don't really have that superstar or like immediate juice as a pass rusher on the outside. Kayvon Chaisson shows up in spurts. But again, if you're willing to let Kayvon Chaisson beat you, I think you make that bet. But I think that there are so many fascinating matchups within this game on both sides of the ball. I think for the Chargers defense, can they defend the run in base? That has been their biggest issue this season. The Patriots love to get into 21, 22. It is Josh McDaniels football. They housed a couple of plays against the Dolphins today, just running power. And I think that that's going to be the biggest thing, where if the Chargers can't defend the run when they're in base, when they're in their big personnel, it's going to get a little scary. But I also think there are going to be opportunities to attack this team, because if Milton Williams isn't getting after it as a pass rusher, who are you going to go win and go get you a bucket in those scenarios?
That's the thing. The Patriots are about as poorly equipped as anyone in the AFC to take advantage of what we talked about all year long with Chargers. The lack of offensive tackles, the fact that they're on 2 backup, third string offensive tackles there trying to protect Justin Herbert. I did lament that we don't get Lamar discourse, but I am going to cherish the Herbert discourse because, as you may not know, he has not won a playoff game. And in his 2 playoff games, he won. First one, blew a 27-0 lead to the Jacksonville Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence. And the second one, well, he threw 4 interceptions against the Houston Texans. So, still searching for that elusive first playoff win. I think this is my favorite matchup of the weekend, because it's 2 teams that I really have not, I think 2 teams that I've had the most trouble really finding out how good they are, because I look at both their rosters, and like you said, the Patriots aren't a 14-win roster to me. The Chargers aren't a 12-win roster to me. These are, or 11-win roster to me. These are average rosters to above average rosters that have gotten buoyed by high-end quarterbacks, high-end coaching staffs. They have outperformed what is on the football field week in and week out. Now they're meeting each other. And so I think it's really going to be, I guess, a great litmus test for if these teams if either of them can really make a statement win here and say, yeah, we can be Super Bowl contender. We should be considered right there with the top of the AFC.
That's really the biggest thing. You made a really good point with these teams sort of being mirror images of each other. They've outperformed their roster. They've outperformed many expectations for them this season. Part of it is because their quarterback play has been really good. I know what you're going to say about Justin Herbert, but he's been really good this season. But they've also had incredible coaching and timely plays from a lot of their players on both sides of the ball. With the Chargers, you've gotten big plays from Keenan Allen. Quentin Johnson has taken a big step. Arondi Gadsden has come up with big plays. And for the Patriots, we've talked about their guys. Kayshon Boutte making big plays. You get Stephon Diggs making big catches downfield. Hunter Henry has been incredibly reliable. But I do think this game is going to come down to which defensive player can make the biggest impact. If this is going to be a game where Milton Williams takes over against a really weak Chargers offensive line, like you could see the Chargers really having problems there. But on the other side of the ball, I don't think Drake May has seen a defense of this caliber this season, outside of maybe Cleveland. Like this might be the best defense that Drake May has faced this season because they're so good communicating. They don't really allow explosive passes. They're going to force Drake May to eat his vegetables and take a quick game, take the check down. I'm curious to see if Drake May can make some plays with his legs. Will they use Deion Henley to spy him? This is one of the most fascinating matchups of the weekend because the chess match between both sides of the ball is going to be huge.
Yeah, the Browns were the only top 10 defense that the Patriots faced all season. The next best defense they faced was the New Orleans Saints, actually. So it's been quite the go. We'll see if that leads to an MVP for Drake May, and we'll see if that leads to a win for them. I don't know. This is I'm not picking this one. I'm just like straight up. I have no clue how this game's going to go. I'm just excited to see how it goes.
Yeah, it's going to be a really fun film guy game. Like if you're a real big like film watcher, this is going to be a game that you're going to go back and watch like the end zone. This is going to be a great end zone tape game. To watch Justin Herbert and Drake May from the end zone view, this going to be your end zone tape Super Bowl.
Great. That's spot on take. I love that. And I don't think it'd be surprising if we saw a coordinator from this game be head coach next year out because of it.